Alrighty guys, we are back for some Rakdos Sagas, or Rakdos Control, or Rakdos Midrange, if that's what you'd prefer to call it. It's somewhere between Midrange and Control. That being said, guys, this one's going to be pretty neat, I think. Yeah, this is going to be a different one for sure. So, for anyone who may not know, I am Red Cat, and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well. Additionally, guys, if anybody wants to help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers, do consider subscribing. It is much appreciated, friends. Additionally, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been stopping by every day, or every day that I post, drop comments and likes. Honestly, the likes have been, it surprises me every time I hop on just how many likes I get just right away. It's so awesome. So thank you guys, and thank you to all the new subscribers as well. Yeah, the support's been awesome. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's go over the deck. We got 2 Spikefield Hazards, we got 4 Infernal Grasps, 2 Valki God of Lies, 2 Abrades, 3 Meathook Massacres, and 2 Shatterskull Smashings. The only new card in the top end here is Life of Toshiro, sorry. So for the first 2 turns that this is out here, you get to choose one of these abilities. Target creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. Target creature gets -1/-1 until the end of turn, or you gain 2 life. So in the early game here, you're most often going to be gaining the 2 life from this, unless the opponent has something pretty spicy to -1/-1. Like, you might be able to hit a Luminarch with this, but you never know. And then on the 3rd turn, you exile it and return it as a 2/3 enchantment creature, Human Samurai. So yeah, that's pretty cool. The ability on this, it does help you ramp into and play some instant and sorceries, but I don't know how often that's actually going to come into play. But it might in this deck. It really might. So in the 3 drops, we got 4 Fable of the Mirror Breakers. So on the first turn, you get a 2/2 goblin. Whenever it attacks, create a treasure token. Excuse me, guys. On the second turn it's out there, you may discard up to 2 cards. If you do, draw that many cards. Okay. And then on the 3rd turn, you exile it and you get to bring it back as a reflection of Kiki Jiki. So it is a 2/2. You can tap 1, tap it, and create a token that's a copy of another target non-legendary creature you control, except it has haste, and then you sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. That's pretty cool, guys. It's a pretty spicy saga, honestly. And it works really well with some of the top-end creatures. Yeah, which I'll go over here in a second. We have 2 Hidetsugu Consumes All. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, guys. I apologize. Hidetsugu? Close enough, I guess, right? So on the first turn that this is out there, destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less, which we have none of in the deck. This could just chew through some decks, which I really want to see that happen today. The second turn that it's out there, exile all graveyards. Nice. And then on the 3rd turn that it's out there, exile this saga, return to the battlefield transformed. It comes back as a 3/3 trample. With whenever it deals damage, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And then whenever it deals damage to a player, if it has dealt 10 or more damage to that player this turn, they lose the game. Okay. So if you're up against like a life gain deck, this would eventually get there maybe, right? So that's something. In the 4 drops, we do have some Hagra Maulings and 4 Twinshot Snipers. Okay, hear me out, guys. I think this card's really good. 1, it pairs really well with the reflection, because whenever you copy it, it comes in and deals that 2 damage, which is pretty spicy. But then also, its channel ability is just extra removal. There it is. You can play it for 2 and do 2 damage to something. Yeah, up against a creature deck, you do that. Up against a deck that you need a board presence for, then it's a 4-drop that still does the 2 damage when you drop it. And then, like I said, you can copy it as well and get that extra damage in too. I don't know, guys. I think it's really good. I haven't seen like anyone else playing it yet, but that's okay. We'll see. In the 5-drop spots, guys, we got 4 Burn Down the House, because board wipes are necessary right now, and hitting planeswalkers is super important too. Additionally, like if you're up against another control deck or something, you're going to often be slapping those devils out for that haste, which is just really good too. And then we have 4 Goldspan Dragons. I don't think I got to go over this card, but this is another one that works really well with the reflection. Copying a Goldspan and swinging in with a couple Goldspans in the air is just a GG. Like, that's probably the end of the game at that point. But yeah, in the mana base, we have a couple Hive of the Eye Tyrants, the new legendary land, and a Den of the Bugbear. We do have a Field of Ruin and Immersturm Skullcairn as well. And don't forget, guys, the Mauling can be played as a land, the Shatterskull Smashing can be played as a land, and the Spikefield Hazards can also be played as a land. Okay, so that's the deck, guys. It's 21 total regular land, but then 6 more from these cards. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and hop into some standard ranked and see how this does. Right into the first match. Let's go. Honestly, have no idea how the deck's gonna do. No clue. I did my best to build it, and here we are for first time testing it, so let's see. Starting hand looks pretty good. Looks solid. We got some removal if we need it. And we got the land if we need it. Alright, opponent ran down the timer there, so we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this 7. Alright, opponent ran down the timer there. I'm gonna go ahead and keep in. I'll cut out the boring parts just to show just how solid these hands could be in the deck. And let's hop into the next one. Alright, here we go, guys. Let's check out this hand. We go first? That's weird. How I feel about that. Okay, I think we keep this. A lot of, like, things happening here in the hand. A lot of things going on. The Meathook tells me that I probably want to get this down tapped on our first turn here, especially since we're going to want to get to Goldspan as soon as possible too. We have the Shatterskull too, but at least we could pay 3 if need be. I'm going to get the Den out and have the Abrade open. Okay, up against some blue-white control, unfortunately. It might not be, don't get me wrong. It might be like playing Azorius Vehicles. That would be pretty cool. And Abrade would do wonders against that. Oh, so they go ahead and get the Doomscar ready. Most likely the Doomscar, right? Gonna get that swamp down. The Meathook's probably not gonna do a whole lot against a deck like this, but you never know. And it would be so satisfying to actually beat another control deck with this deck. It would be so satisfying. Yeah, we have a turn 4 play with the Sniper, and I think that's completely fine. Play this out on red. We'll see if this gets countered. It does stick. Twinshot is like the worst card to bounce back to the hand. Juari Disruption. Probably should have played around the Juari, honestly. Probably should have. Speaking of playing around it, do we do that now with the Goldspan next turn? Or do we... I don't know. Wedding Announcement hits. That sucks. At least we have something to get rid of those tokens eventually. Have the Abrade as well. If they play any artifacts or anything. Okay, so it's going to be Goldspan while they don't have a blue source open. Going to get that swing here. And the Abrade is open, so here we go. Let's see it, opponent. Something I didn't talk about while going over the deck was the fact that Valki can be played out as the Planeswalker as well. Which is one of the reasons why it's in here. Once you get to that late game top end, like you can start... Oh, they're playing Wanderer on their turn to kill the Goldspan instead of surprising me with it. Okay. I mean, that's fine. They gain some life here. I'm not going to take it out with the Abrade. Oh no, that's target creature anyways. What am I saying? I'm crazy, guys. I'm crazy. Burn down the house. That can kill the Planeswalker for us. Meathook Massacre. Probably want to be on the board before. If we swing all devils into the Wanderer, then they probably don't block. And so Meathook just becomes even more powerful. A second wedding announcement could happen, so this Consumes All could be pretty ridiculous. We only have one blue source open. A Spell Pierce would do it. I'm gonna try it, guys. 3 devils. It hits. We could have played the Shatterskull as a land if we wanted to get around a Spell Pierce. That's probably noteworthy. If they block this one, we still ping the damage through. But I don't think they block. We don't want them to block is the thing. We want to get as much damage and life from the Meathook as possible. So that's why I initially decided maybe all 3 at the Wanderer, but that just made more sense to do. The Shatterskull could be good. But I think getting the land down is pretty good too, especially if we do draw the Valki. I think that's acceptable. And we have the Den of the Bugbear ready too. Ooh, they don't get the token here. They draw off the wedding announcement, which is probably better for them. Oh, yes, keep playing creatures. Keep playing creatures, please. -1 on the Meathook is looking pretty good. -2 on the Meathook is looking pretty good. They have a counterspell, right? They have a counterspell. Something's up. I don't know if I want to start with the Meathook here. I gotta try it. I have to. I bet that they're just sitting on a Doomscar over here. If it really is the counterspell, then they deserve it. But we still have the Consumes All open to get rid of their tokens. Oh, the Hermit, the Hermit. Pay 3. We can pay 3. That's something we can do. Unless its controller pays 3. 1, 2, 3. Resolve. Auto pay. Woo! It's a good thing we had that 3 mana. Good thing we played. Good thing we played that Shatterskull down as a land. They're down to 10. We're up to 20. This is anyone's game. They have the mascot exhibition ready. Those are all tokens though, and we're gonna make them. We're essentially making the opponent cry themselves to sleep. Is what we're doing here, which I think is acceptable. I think it's fine. Nice. Couple more Meathook damage or life. I'll take it. I'll take more life too. You know what? 2 life. Up to 25. This is fun so far, guys. I don't know if we're actually gonna get there though, but we'll see. We have to figure out this damage. We have to figure it out fast before they start getting more cards to control the board state. 3/3 flying non-creature spells you control can't be countered. Okay. So we probably want to -1 that. No, it still blocks the den So we're gonna go Hive here regardless. We're gonna gain the life, which is weird, but acceptable, I think. Exile all graveyards, which is pretty spicy. Do we just Abrade and Den? I kind of forget how many just good cards I have here right now. Hitting the Abrade into this is better. No, it's a 3-4, not a 3-3. Listen to me, guys. It's like I don't even play Magic. See if they have Fateful Absence for this. They do not. They're down to 6. There's nothing in their grave, so it's whatever they discard here. They go for the plains. Nice. That might tell us a lot. Get a 2-3 and a 3-3 next turn. They're holding on to that Doomscar for that reason. But if they kill our creatures, they lose life. We might get there, guys. We might get there against blue-white control, which is super important. So they hit that Doomscar now. Down to 5. We have 4 here. 5. Get some creatures. I was surprised they didn't hold the Doomscar. I guess it makes sense because they're getting so low. But yeah, it's Den of the Bugbear. Fateful Absence could save them. Okay, a counterspell for the Spikefield could save them. They end up conceding. Let's go, guys. Let's go. That was a great match. Holy cow. Into the next match here, guys, and we go first. Okay, wow. Yeah, getting 3 5-drops in the opener is actually pretty bad, but I don't mind this hand. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it, and the Spikefield comes down as a land, and we're gonna make sure we get Life of Toshiro down immediately, start gaining some life. Like, we need that. Gonna need the 4 life gain from it. Yep, so we play that as a land because there's, like, we gotta ramp into this 5 as soon as possible. Hopeful Initiate. That does not die to this, so gain 2 life. Looks like we're up against mono white here, guys. Yep, they want to put this on the Luminarch. Oh, they messed up. GG. GG. They must have another one in hand. Maybe. We have the Meathook now, too. I'm gonna get this down. I'm not gonna play the Meathook yet. Because the goal is to, we want to... Yeah, I don't know. We want to make sure we actually hit something with Meathook. Uh-oh. Thalia's really good against this deck. We need some spot removal for that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we got there. We got there with that spot removal. 1, 2, 3. So, yeah. It literally... We're just gonna play it out as a creature and hit Thalia. That's really good. Holy cow. That's really good, guys. If we top deck a land here... Yeah, any land we draw would be much appreciated. Because burn down the house for 5. Woo! They actually pass, leaving Goldspan open in the air. I still think we just burn it all down, though. Meathook for 3 actually hits everything, too. That's better. That's just better. Because then we have the burns. We have the burn down the house as a backup, but then also as devils, too. So... Ooh. They probably hit Goldspan. Yeah, that makes the most sense. I have the Eye Tyrant off the top, so we play this out. And we're gonna get some devils. Let's do it. Swing on in. Might even make more devils next turn, but if they don't play a monster here, or a creature, a monster. Listen to me.
Hat's coming off.
Nice, that's pretty good. That's pretty good coming in the air like that. Another Meathook. But -5 on the burn does get rid of the Wanderer. And we ping for 3. Yeah, we don't want them to have that Wanderer. I think that's fine. Dang, this deck is putting in work right now, guys. Holy cow. We're at 18, opponent is at 9. We're 1 mana away from Goldspan. And we have another Meathook in hand, as well as Hive of the Eye Tyrant on the board here. Well, Meathook's going to be taken by the Elite Spellbinder, but that's not too bad, as we can still hit it if we really wanted to. But Twinshot is just better. Twinshot is just better. I'll take it. Start swinging in here soon, hopefully. Opponent's still around. There's a lot that they could play, but I'm feeling pretty confident right now. I really am. Hopefully I'm not feeling too confident, though. Okay. For a second there, I thought the opponent was running down the clock. They had a 3rd Elite Spellbinder, and we get another Twinshot off the top of the deck. Oh my goodness. That is brutal. Well, I mean, hey, 3 Elite Spellbinders and 3 Twinshots. That's how it is, right? Okay, so the opponent's thinking, is there a way out of this? And it really depends what's in their hand. They need some removal for one of the Twinshots, but then we still have Hive of the Eye Tyrant on the board, and any land that we top deck gets us right into the Goldspan as well. So yeah, it's looking pretty solid for us, honestly. Best card they could play is maybe Legion Angel, 4/3 in the air. Okay, so Brutal Cathar hits a Twinshot. So if we ever get rid of the Cathar, then we actually get the Twinshot back for another ping of 2, which is really good. There we go. Okay, Valki. We could check their hand. I think it's as simple as powering up a Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Playing the long game here. And let's take the Wandering Emperor, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything in mono white that would matter. Actually, there is that. Okay, they go down to 2 here. Interesting. Hopeful Initiate. Athalia. They swing and they get to grab the other Twinshot. But we get to Meathook for 2. No, we don't. This cost 5, dude. Thalia's ridiculous. 1, 2. Either way, we got the Abrade. So we kill the Brutal Cathar and we ping the opponent's life points for 2. GG, opponent. GG. Holy cow. All right, we're into the next match here, and we go first again, which is huge. 100% win rate with the deck so far. We're definitely keeping this hand. This is a really spicy one. Play this out on black. Valki. If this is up against control, it might be tough, but it also might not be, as we found out. I'm gonna play this because I don't want to guess on what we should play the pathway on right now until we know for sure. I think a Valki here letting us see their hand and potentially grabbing something is huge, because if it's just a Fading Hope, we just replay the Valki. Okay, we're up against some ramp. Oh man, okay. So we probably want to grab the Quandrix Cultivator for now. Here's the thing, they got the Fading Hope. Whatever we grab now, they're going to get back with the Fading Hope potentially. And they have 2 of the Cobras. If they only had 1 Cobra, then I would have taken that. But it wouldn't have affected much here. That's my thought process behind it, at least. Okay. I really didn't want to guess as to what to play this out on, but I think it's going to be against a deck like this. I think it's going to be... we have the Meathooks, we have the Goldspans. Yeah, I guess double black at the beginning is better. And we're going to go for the -1 kill the Cobra, and if they play the Cobra next turn, we do the same thing. We could go +2/+2, but then they just don't block, and we're not an aggro deck. That's something I always struggle to remember, really. So now they don't want to play the Cobra next turn, because we can kill it easy. Easy peasy. Okay, easy peasy, it is dead. They have 2 mana for something. Okay, my turn. Maybe a Snakeskin Veil? Okay, nice. So we're gonna -1 the Cobra. They could Fading Hope their own Cobra, that's right. That's something that could happen. At least it's not a Fading Hope on our card. So that's cool. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and play out our Immersturm and hope for a red source, but we could potentially get one off the treasure here too. Normally we would go through combat first, but since they're tapped out, we're gonna go ahead and do that like that, since, you know, doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, hopefully we get the treasure off of this, because if we top deck a Goldspan, then, you know, we want that double red. Yeah, because I don't want to make the wrong decision off the pathway, really. This comes out as a creature. Look at that. Taking the Cultivator worked out really nicely here. Okay, another Valki. I'll send that. I'll send that and probably the Consumes All, because I don't know what their deck does with graveyards and stuff. So I think sending these is fine. I hope. Yeah, I hope that's okay. Meathook. And we'll keep this open as removal. And we're going to swing here. We got the treasure. If we top deck a Goldspan now, or a Burn Down the House, then we're good to go on that front. We could play Twinshot to ping a damage, or ping 2 damage, or we could keep this open to pop a creature. We'll just hit a creature next turn too, though. I'm gonna go for Greed. I'm gonna go for Greed because next turn we get the, okay, so they're going Memory Deluge, so no counter. Anyways, yeah, we get Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, which will let us copy the Twinshot for cheap. So let's see what they do. They got a lot of cards in hand, guys. That should be very scary for us. Woo! That's a big play. What is its ward? Ward 4? Ward 4? Okay. Fine, sure, I guess. I don't have 4 extra mana, but I can get there with the Goblin Shaman. Oh, this doesn't have haste. That's funny. Okay. Oh, we can tap this for an extra mana, guys. I was not expecting this to come into play at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is ward 4, right? So yeah, we tap, 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 and tap. Are you sure? Yes. Ward 4. Resolve. Autopay. Dead. Hit for 6. Down to 4. Holy cow. This deck has too much in it. It's so like, it just does everything. I don't understand. What did I create here, guys? The opponent could still, they could easily do something though. But next turn, we're gonna create a copy of this Twinshot and ping their face. And then we could just Meathook for 2. And whenever a creature we control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. So, yeah. I mean, that'll put the nail in the coffin. We'll see though. We'll see what they end up doing here. They got 5 open mana. It could be another Desert Doom, but it's not like they gain life from that, so a full swing would still be the end of it. They end up passing it to my turn. So we're gonna attempt to copy the Twinshot to deal 2 damage. And I think this is a full swing. I can't think, I don't know what they could possibly have here. So, yeah, I don't know. They have 3 cards in their hand face down, so... Oh! Oh! Yeah! That does that. I don't think there's a way for me to get that extra damage through here. Wow! Yeah, March of the Swirling Mist. That's a new card that we have to look out for. Meathook doesn't do it here. So neither does the Immersturm Skullcairn. We need 1 extra land. So I am gonna play this out. Well, the opponent ends up conceding anyways. Hopefully not because I took too long, but either way, it was looking really good for us, guys. Yeah, wow. 100% win rate so far in the video. I don't know if I want to take any of these matches out, so I think we're going to end it there, guys. That was really good. All right, guys, here's the deck list again. This was ridiculous. I was not expecting this deck to do so good. Look, we only played 4 matches, so eventually, as we play more and more and more, it's going to get more losses. It's not going to keep 100% win rate, obviously, but it just felt so powerful. Look, guys, don't underestimate Twinshot. I'm going to be playing more with this card. This card is so good. It does so much in one little 4-drop here, and I just feel like it's super underrated right now, too. Goldspan, obviously, Burn Down the House came into play. Meathook came into play. Valki even came into play in that last match, being able to take that Cultivator ramp away from them. Life of Toshiro was insane. That -1 came into play. The life gain came in. Wow, yeah, Infernal Grasp. All the extra, like, lands were played. This was insane. Yeah, and in that last match, if they didn't concede and if they somehow got rid of our creatures, then we still had the Immersturm Skullcairn open to deal that last 3 damage to them too, so they needed a lot. Consumes All came into play, and wow, I mean, just wow, what did I accidentally create here? Did I accidentally make one of the best decks I've ever made? Maybe I did. I'm gonna play more with this deck while the video's uploading and see if I can get more matches, more wins maybe. Either way, guys, hey, if you made it this far into the video, you guys are champions, and I really appreciate you, so thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I will see you in the next video.